Welcome to online learning. Today we'll continue with the chapter Governing Ourselves. And today's topics are forming the government, state government, and the judiciary. Forming the government. There are many political parties in our country. Take for example JMM, Biju Janata Dal, Trinamool Congress, Akali Dal, Bharatiya Janata Party, and the Indian National Congress, and many more. This multi-party system is a very important part of our democracy. When you have many parties are there, you will have many candidates, and when you will have many candidates, you will have option to select the candidate of your choice. In a general election, different parties field their candidates. That means different parties send their candidates to fight for the election. People vote for the candidates. The party that gets the maximum seat in the Lok Sabha from the government at the center. As you know, in 2019, Bharatiya Janata Party gets the maximum seats in the Lok Sabha election, and that's why they forms the government at the center. As you can see in this picture, these political parties are fielding these candidates, and this is the day of election when the people whose age is more than 18 years has to go for electing the people of their choice. The president appoints the leader of this party as the prime minister. As we saw in 2019, Mr. Narendra Modi was appointed as the Prime Minister of India. He then forms the Council of Ministers. Both President and PM will decide about this, and they will form the Council of Ministers. It consists of cabinet ministers, ministers of state, and deputy ministers. The ministers must be members of the parliament. Here you can see our cabinet ministers. Here you can see our cabinet ministers. Let us learn about state government. Every state has a legislative assembly. It makes laws for the state. Some states are there in our country where we have legislative assemblies are there, as well as we have legislative councils are also there. So how are the members of legislative assembly elected? The members of the legislative assembly are elected by people who are more than 18 years of age. They are elected for a term of 5 years. Like at the center we have president is there. In the state level we have governor is there. The governor is the head of a state. She or he is appointed by the President of India for a term of 5 years. So here is the governor of Chhattisgarh, and today's question for you. You have to find out her name. After the assembly elections, the governor invites the leader of the party that has got the maximum seats in the legislative assembly to form the government. The leader of the majority party becomes the chief minister. Next, we shall learn about the judiciary, the system of law courts that administer justice. The Constitution of India provides for an independent judiciary. Independent means it doesn't depend upon other, like on legislative or on the executive. This is judiciary, and it is an independent body. The Supreme Court in India is the highest judicial body in the country. It gives final judgment in any legal case. There can be maximum of 31 judges in the Supreme Court. Here are some justices of the Supreme Court of our country. From left, Justice B. Ramasubramaniam, Hrishikesh Roy, Krishna Murari, and S. Ravindra Bhatt. The highest judicial position is that of the Chief Justice. All the judges are appointed by the President of India. Justice P. R. Ramachandra Menon, sworn in as the Chief Justice of the Chhattisgarh High Court. Here in this picture you can see him. The High Court is the highest judicial body in a state. There are also lower courts in every state. Each district in the state has its own court. Here we have one High Court is there, and this is District Court. You have to recognize where are these two courts located. Now to this homework. Who appoints the Prime Minister? Who appoints the Governor? Who appoints the Chief Minister? Which is the highest judicial body in our country? And who holds the highest judicial position in our country? I hope you like today's class. In our next class, we'll be learning about the UNO, the United Nations Organization. Thank you very much.